is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to you with a quick video. I wanted to let you guys know I got some new merchandise available, not just t-shirt anymore. I got different type of t-shirt, different type of shirts and logos that you can purchase on my spread shirt, and also hoodies now. We have expanded and added more to the channel and more merchandise for the brand. Thanks for supporting. It will be in the description and the links will be in the comment section below. Thanks for helping me and supporting the movement. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. I'm going. What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to you with a quick video. We're going to talk about Iguodala finally getting the full trade details on his trade to go into the Miami Heat. The Miami Heat have acquired Andre Iguodala, Jay Crowder, and Solomon Hill from the Memphis Grizzlies for Justise Winslow, Dion Waiters, and James Johnson. No picks were included in this deal. He and Iguodala have already agreed to a 2-year, $30 million extension. Talks between the Heat and the Oklahoma City Thunder on Danilo Gallinari have stalled and could be revived, but it's not for sure. Honestly, this is a better trade. I feel like the Heat really stacked up on wings that can really do multiple things and really can be good difference makers. A lot of people know Jay Crowder as a two-way player or a 3-and-D guy, a guy that can play that 4 position that Gallinari would play if he was the one that got traded. And he has shown that he can be a small ball 4 throughout his whole entire career. And even though I'm not the bigger Jay Crowder person, he is a productive wing that really knows his role and doesn't try to stray too far away from it, and really has accepted that, which is something that you want your young players or your veteran players to do. This is a guy that so far in Memphis has played 45 games, getting 29 minutes. He's shooting 36% from the field and 29% from 3, 78% from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, which is pretty good considering that he plays the 4 position sometimes, 2.8 assists. The main reason why his numbers are down is just because he never really could fit with Memphis, and his numbers been down for a little bit after he left Boston. He hasn't been the same player. Nobody has been able to utilize him the way that Brad Stevens has done, and I really feel like that has damaged his reputation, which is fair, just because that comes with the territory. If you're not living up to it, guys are willing to be moved, and teams are willing to trade you. And Jay Crowder has been one of those guys that is always on the trade block because people know that he can play and do his role, and he does the things that the modern NBA needs. So, in my personal opinion, I'm not really surprised that he got traded. I'd rather have Jay Crowder and Andre Iguodala than Justise Winslow and Dion Waiters, if I had to be honest, because they both are two-way players, and they both are guys that fit right into the system of the Miami Heat. When you look at this team right now, they had Jimmy Butler as a wing. They had Tyler Hero as a wing. They had Derrick Jones Jr., who was a non-shooter. They also had Duncan Robinson, who's a 6'7" shooting guard, and they had Waiters and Winslow. And now they add some more versatility and guys that can play up in position, but also guys that have been in big playoff games, has been key contributors to a great teams, and they have had playoff runs that have been pretty well done. So even when you look at Iguodala, this is a guy that when you look at the stats, it doesn't seem like he brings much to the table, but that's the furthest thing from the truth, if I had to be honest. And 5 points, 5.7 points, 3.7 rebounds, 5.2 assists is the last numbers he averaged in Golden State. But what you don't know is that he has played 68 games and he only started 13 of those games, and he only got 23 minutes per game. They were trying to, preserve his body for the NBA playoffs, and when they needed him to step up, even when Kevin Durant and DeMarcus Cousins went down, Andre Iguodala was able to accomplish that and do that. Even though he's not a great offensive player, he is a guy that can make good passes. He's a guy that can cut with the backdoor cuts. He can get out in transition. He can get in transition just by getting a steal. He plays in the passing lanes. He strips guys when they're trying to score. He can stay in front of some of the biggest guys like Kawhi Leonard and LeBron James because he has worked on his body and he's real physical and tough. And that's the type of player that you want when you're trying to compete for a title. You want guys that can guard multiple positions and guys that can do multiple things in their role, and that's what Iguodala and Jay Crowder can do, and that's what they've been doing for multiple years. I really want to see how Miami utilizes Andre Iguodala, considering that he is a little older now and he's not the greatest shooter, which is very important in today's game, especially for Jimmy Butler to get to his spots. And he is 36. He just turned 36 January 28th. So he won't be getting no older until next year. Next season, he's a legitimate 6'6", 215 pounds. Like I said, this is a workhorse. This is a guy that has athleticism, has the physical tools to guard anybody in the NBA and make it tough. He also has really defended LeBron James well in the past. He has guarded James Harden very well in the past, and those are the guys that you have to beat consistently in and out. And he's a guy that can really be a key for that in the future. And Solomon Hill has been one of the most quietest players. You don't really hear anybody really talking about Solomon Hill. He has been a productive guy in the NBA for a long time, and I think that that's going to continue just because he continues to work on his game and add more to his game as he gets older, and that really has increased his value so far. Even though he didn't get a lot of minutes in Memphis, he showed that he can be a possible playmaker for this team, and he has that veteran know-how at the end of the day. So when it comes to Miami, they did a lot more trading than a lot of us thought. You know, trying to get Gallo, getting Andre Iguodala, getting guys like Jay Crowder and Solomon Hill has been great to me acquisitions. And like I said, you always want to have the wing players because that's what's popping right now. They want guys that can shoot the three, that can handle the ball and make plays. And I feel like all three of these guys can do those things. And all three of these guys have shown that they can be productive. And you want to have depth at those positions, especially when you're getting rid of guys like Dion Waiters and Justise Winslow, and to get back players that's probably better than both of them in this trade. And even though they're getting younger, you're on a different trajectory with the veterans just because you're trying to win now in Miami. And these trades basically prove that Pat Riley's going all in with this roster, which we're not really surprised about because he's all about building culture. And the best way to build a winning culture is to show that you're committed to winning. You're willing to do whatever it takes to get the W and to get a championship. And we've done seen Pat Riley do that time and time again since he's been in Miami. And that's why so many people have respect for Miami as an organization because they're willing to make moves like this that people don't see coming, that people don't even think about. And he was able to get it done. And now we're looking at Miami as probably the second best team in the East, other than the Milwaukee Bucks after these acquisitions. And they have really surprised a lot of us. But this is what they do in Miami. They prioritize winning. Winning is the only thing that really matters to them. And they have shown that and have really walked the walk and talked the talk when it comes to that at the end of the day. So let me know what you guys think about this trade. Do you think that Dion Waiters is going to stay on the team after being traded? He had a lot of controversy this season, and we heard time and time again that they're trying to move on from him. James Johnson is a guy that was a Miami Heat type of player, but he never really was consistent, and he never really was at the level of the guys that they traded for anyway, so they're not really losing nothing when it comes to that either. Plus, they was able to extend Andre Iguodala to a longer term deal, and I think that that's very good that they're going to get rid of Justise Winslow for a guy that's a winner, a guy that's a better defender, and a guy that can really go out there and compete at a higher level in Andre Iguodala plus Crowder. So I like the deal for both teams. I really feel like Memphis has really been a exciting team. And I really do feel like Memphis getting a wing that's as versatile and very jack of all trades esque, and Justise Winslow, who's very young, really can do some slash and really can do some playmaking and can be a capable 3-point shooter. Fits right into what they're trying to do as a team, and he's a guy that can defend and guard multiple positions, but also a guy with huge potential still in his game that hasn't been touched. And I really want to see if they can bring that out of him. Other than that, they get a guy that wants to be there, a guy that continues to work on his game, and a guy that they can have around there for a long time. And Justise Winslow, plus they get veterans that can really come in and contribute off the bench. And Dion, Waiters, and Johnson, if they decide to keep them in Memphis, they can be productive players in quality minutes, and they do still give you depth at those guard and wing positions that they already have already, but now it gives you more variety and more versatility when you have the lineups that you can throw out there with Winslow and guys like Waiters. So I think this is a fair trade. I don't think it's crazy. I don't think it's really going to change the team of Memphis, but I do think it helps the Miami Heat take a step in the right direction, and they feel in the right positions, and they have another. They get two more two-way players that really can be impact players for them as they try to chase a championship, and that's all that really matters. So thank you for liking in advance. If you want to like the video, comment, leave a comment. I read every comment. Check out my Facebook page, analysisPlayground.com. Link in the description, comment section below. Also, check out my merchandise on my Facebook page, analysisPlayground.com. You can check that out. I have the link in the description and in the comment section below. And thanks for continuing to watch. Whether you liked or hated the video, I still thank you for watching and supporting the channel. Quinn Wade, Basketball Analysis, I'm gone. And let me know what you guys think about this trade for the Heat and for the Grizzlies. Who won, who lost, and how do you think these trades can impact these teams?